Lagos, up you Lagos. Greetings, wonderful up you community, and welcome to February. Whoa. It is the 1st of February. Congratulations, everyone. It means we lived and survived January. It's so exciting. Welcome to another episode of your favorite radio show, Up You with Ezinne, our first for the month of February 2023. You know how we do it on the show? We pick a team and drill it from different perspectives. But first, let me ask, how you all doing? I hope we're all very excited to see February. Despite the no cash, no fuel situation, I hope we are excited to be alive. We leave January charging up, and I believe that we're fully charged now and ready to step into a new season. And today we're here to step up for our dreams. It's our hour on radio, and I'm here to keep you company wherever you may be. So let's do this, my beautiful people. Finding self, finding purpose. My name is Ezinne Kufurekane, and I'm your host. The topic today is woman, step up, follow your dreams. Dreams. Yes, the ones you and I have. It all begins from here. Everything we can see, touch, feel, experience was once a dream in the mind and imagination of someone until they charged up and stepped up for it. Dreams are important because that's where everything starts from. So, are you ready to step up and follow your dreams? Remember that all episodes of Up You with Ezinne are now uploaded on our YouTube channel. Please go catch up, take the nuggets you need to run for your life, subscribe, and leave us a comment. It will help us to serve you better. Remember, it's all about you. Today, as usual, we're streaming on Instagram at Up You with Ezinne and at radiogarden.com. The topic on the banner is Woman, Step Up, Follow Your Dreams. Don't touch that dial. Our guest is Ajobi Brown, whom I've always secretly called Ajobi Fuller. Though an attorney with a brief stint in legal practice, Ajobi Brown ventured into the entrepreneurship world over 20 years ago. Among other things, she is a plus-size design and image consultant. She is the owner of the Lagos-based plus-size retail fashion store, Fuller Figures and Big Fit, and also owns a plus-size fashion line known as AJ Max Woman. Ajobi has interest in other areas of creativity such as interior design, drawing, building, and cooking. Ajobi loves to relate with people generally and has an avid passion for young people. She's equally passionate about encouraging women in particular to develop, foster, and maintain a sound emotional balance, regardless of their past experiences. To this effect, she founded an outreach called Come Chop Chat, which is an informal but safe forum for women of all types of backgrounds and walks of life to sit and talk about stuff women often go through emotionally, which they generally do not talk about. Ajobi is the published author. Her book, The Lion Connection, which is her debut novel, broadly addresses narratives of human experiences and the courage to keep going, step up after emotional trauma and unexpected realities. Ajobi is happily married to Dr. Dio Brown, and together they run Word Ablaze Ministries in Pennsylvania, USA. Dear listeners, please join me in welcoming our super guest on the show today. Hello, Ajobi. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
It's so good to see you.
It's nice to be here.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's set the stage for our discussion today, and I'm going to quickly open the phone lines so that the calls can keep coming immediately. So the number to call, the number to text, the number to SMS is 0913 6000 410. So now back to you, Ajobi. Woman, step up, follow your dreams. What's your perspective? What occurred to you?
Okay, the first thing I thought about when I got the topic was, actually, to be honest, I first of all thought, are we still encouraging ourselves to step up as women? But then I remembered a couple of people actually and thought you can't over encourage women to step up. Mm-hmm. When I hear step up, I'm thinking step up to being the fullest you possible, step up to being all that God would have you do as a woman and as the individual you are. So that's it. Step up to being you.
Good. I like your perspective. Step up to being you. Step up to being the fullest version of yourself that you can be. I like that word, fullest, because sometimes we don't maximize all that we can be. So let us just set the parameters for this discussion properly. I'll ask you to please define dreams.
Okay, I actually looked it up. If you had asked me what a dream was, I'd say vision, aspirations. But then I checked it, I looked it up, and it said cherished aspirations. Those are what dreams are, cherished aspirations. So just an idea of where you see yourself, what you hope to achieve, what you hope to be. Those I think are dreams in my, to my understanding.
Great. And the good thing about this cherished aspirations, is that they can be small and they can be big.
Absolutely.
And it differs from woman to woman. You could have a small dream, another person has a big dream. It doesn't matter. The fact is, it's your dream. And today we're just saying to you, step up, own it, and really embody it fully, so that you can be satisfied in your soul that you're living your dream.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. So, whenever you ask a woman, do you have a dream, or what's your dream, or what would you like to do? Sometimes the answer they give to you is not what they're presently doing. So, for instance, you might ask me, what's my dream? And I'll say, I'd like to be a politician. So how come I have decided to be an entrepreneur and not really doing the one that is my dream? So how can a woman identify and step up to follow her real dream?
Well, I suppose it takes a bit of courage. It takes, first of all, I am Christian. And because I am, it's actually a topic that I was obsessed with at one point. I was driven by, I wanted to know what my purpose was. Since I was 20, actually. I thought back, I really thought about it. I wanted to know what my purpose was. And to identify it, of course, some people find it quicker. I mean, my younger sister, for example, knew when she was maybe in secondary school what she wanted to do, and she pursued it, and she's there. But for some of us, we struggled a bit to get it. And I would say they say if you don't know the purpose of a thing, abuse is inevitable.
True.
So in finding out what the use of a thing is, you'd ask its creator, isn't it? Its maker. So being Christian, I actually started praying about it. God, what is it you would have me do? The Bible talks about everything he created was good and had a purpose. So at one point I was obsessed. I started praying, what is it it wasn't clear to me what I needed to do, what I was created to do. And here I am, I felt like I had all these different creative things about me, and I wasn't sure what exactly I was called to do. And let me just say this very quickly. Your purpose might be one thing, but then it could be a variety of things as well. They may even be disjointed or seemingly disjointed. They may not be related, So I would say, first of all, pray about it. If you're a Christian, if you believe in a higher power, pray about it so you can know. Let me be sensitive. Let me know what my leading is. The other thing is to find out what your passion is. Most times your purpose isn't far away from your passion. It isn't far away from your experiences, good, bad, and ugly. So first thing, what is it that makes you tick? What is it that makes you really happy, brings you joy? What is it that makes you sad, makes you cry? What is it you feel terribly passionate about and you think about, you really want to do something about it? Those are the things I would consider in trying to discover my purpose.
Thank you. That's really quite insightful. Okay, now, when a long time ago, someone looked at me and said, you were a 10 talent person. So I could resonate with what you were saying, that you could have multiple things that you're good at, that you're passionate at. They may look like they are different, but they always come together at some point, like I've realized in my own case. So one thing dovetails into another, and one thing dovetails into another. That's very good. So it's always good to ask. And of course, the person to ask is your manufacturer. You made me, so what is it that you want me to do? But you find that the thing that happens is that we're all thinking about making money. So we jump into making money, and then we are not following the dream or living the dream, And from what we're seeing now, the distortions with the mental health, with everything, the satisfactions in our hearts, and all the buzzwords and everything, we are now having to go back to saying to ourselves, or that's what I hope that we'll be doing, should I be going in this direction, or should I really be going in the direction of my dreams, where my strength is maximized, where I go in the flow, where I am in the zen, So, and frankly, people who follow their dreams ultimately do make money.
Oh yeah.
It may not come immediately, but you will ultimately make money. So if you're lucky and you're among the few that have found your dream, bravo, you found purpose. Please stay focused on your dream and grow it to your fullest potential and manifestation. Now, Ajobi, let's talk about you. Because you obviously fall into the group of the people that have plenty dreams. Because I read you are in the fashion business, you're a lawyer, you're interested in interior design, you're interested in building and drawings, and you're a pastor's wife, you pastor a congregation, so all of this look like they are all different things. But what I see here is you're expressing the well of creativity that you have on your inside. Tell me about it. How are you managing to put everything together?
To be honest, they didn't all happen at one point. Like I said, I knew I was creative, thank God. I knew I heard from when I was young, the one thing, this is another thing we need to talk about, on how we can, impart just purpose and direction into children as well. I heard that growing up a lot. My mom used to say, you're Igbo. You're Igbo. And everything you want to do, there's nothing you can't do. I mean, imagine hearing that from when you're a child.
It sank in.
And it kind of sank in. It sank in. So for me, there's no plan really. Something drops in my spirits, I get up and do it. Handling everything, I would say, is grace. I think when you're doing all these things, you find yourself in the center of the will of God. You just find that you're not struggling. You're not struggling to do everything. And that's the truth.
So there's a flow.
I'm not a bionic woman or superwoman in any way. I'm just saying that you find it easier when you know that, I'm called to do the thing. And so you just find yourself doing it, and you do it with ease too.
Good. And that must be why you're not stopping, because recently you wrote a book.
The Loin Connection.
Oh, the loin. Why do I always call it lion? Oh, wow. The Loin Connection. This is a really nice book.
Thank you.
Well, I don't expect anything less from you. If you're going to do something, you do it excellently. Tell me, what's this book about?
Okay, the Loin Connection is about two different women who are at different stages in life, been through different experiences, and somehow they're not, they haven't arrived at their desires. But somewhere down the line, you're wondering, is there a connection between them? Is there more? Really, the book started out, I just had this idea. One day I was, like I said, things just drop in my spirit, and I think, okay, I'm going to write a book. And initially when I started, my plan was to tell the story of 4 very different random women, unrelated women. And so when I started, I don't know, I can't even, it says on the book I started 9 years ago, but I think it was longer. I started like maybe 12 years ago. I don't know when exactly I started, because I changed my laptop several times, and I just don't know when I started. But when I started, I just said, I'm going to write a book. And for me, the aim was, I wanted to talk about the emotional aspect of being female. You know, it's something we don't really talk. I think only women understand it. I don't think anybody else outside our gender understands what we go through emotionally. And so I really want to tell the story. I wanted to shine light on the things we go through in our heads and how sometimes, you know, there are downfalls. You pick yourself up again and then you fall again and you pick yourself up, and then the emotional turmoil that comes with all that and trauma. So I want to tell the story of 4 women, and I started writing. And it just poured out of me. I had no plan as such. I just knew I wanted to talk about 4 women. And so I kept writing. I found it therapeutic just writing about these fictitious women, you know. And then I kept going, and I couldn't even show it to anyone when I started. You know, for the first 4 years, I wasn't able to show it to anyone. And then my sister one day said, "This book you've been writing, just, you know, let us see it." And so I developed the courage, and I don't know why I couldn't show anyone. I was so protective of it. And then I showed my sister. I sent my siblings, who are my worst critics. I sent all of them like excerpts from the book. And when they all got it, I emailed it to all of them, just like 2 paragraphs or 3. And they were like, "What? You wrote this? You wrote really? Okay, send us some more." You know, and then I began to feel okay. My confidence was boosted.
True.
And then I sent them excerpts more and more, and they were like, "Oh, send us some more. It's really good. It's really good." But then when it came to publishing, my husband was a key part in publishing this book, because I would have just kept going. I didn't want to stop it. I think I was kind of afraid to stop it because I was wondering what would I do with myself after I've stopped and finished it. So I kept going, but my husband was like, "Okay, you know, you have to cut it off now. Finish it. We're publishing it," because he read it. He read it twice. This is someone who is really busy. So when we began to find out how we could go about publishing it, everyone we spoke to said, for a first-time writer, that is a voluminous book. I had over 1,000 pages. You know, and they were like, "Oh, nobody wants to read a big book from a first-time writer." And so I had to split the book in 2 and told the story of 2 women as opposed to 4 women. So I have 2 other stories waiting to be published. And yeah, so we did it, and I'm shocked. The reviews have been amazing.
It is. I'm looking at it, and it's really a good one. And so I'm going to. This is what we're talking about: stepping up and following your dreams. So you stepped up and you followed your dreams, and this is the result of the dream. I'm holding it in my hand, the loin connection. Okay, so please, can you share with us right now on this show 6 practical steps every woman can employ to identify, step up, and follow their dreams, just like you did yours?
Okay, like I said earlier, if you're a Christian, someone who believes in a higher power, you need to first of all get to know your Creator. I think get to know God, develop a relationship with Him. I don't want to sound holy. I don't want to, because I'm not Bible bashing or anything.
Yeah, well,
but I think if you get to know your Creator, you understand whose you are. You know, there's a level of confidence that comes just from knowing God. You know, once you get to know your Creator, you can ask why He created you. You know, why was I created? Everything God created has its purpose. Why was I created? And the sooner you start praying this or asking, the better, the quicker you get into your life's mission or purpose. So first thing, get to know God. Secondly, ask Him, why was I created? Specifically, why was I created? One thing I keep saying to people is I don't want to be anybody else. I've never wanted to be anybody else. I don't envy
very important to be yourself and run your race.
Yes, I don't envy anybody, and that's the truth. There's nothing anybody has that I want, and I'm not even just saying that to sound, you know, it's just always been me. I'm not competitive in any way. So I'll say, get to know your Creator, ask why He created you, and then get to know yourself. You'd find that a lot of women don't know themselves. A lot of us don't know. There's, you know, we're going to talk about it in a bit, but there's this group I run, and one of the exercises we do first is tell us 2 strengths and 2 weaknesses about yourself. And some people just,
I don't know.
They're not able to even do that. So get to know yourself, bear down dig it out. What was I created for? And be introspective. Some people think that's selfish, but there comes a time to look at yourself. Women tend to look at other people and satisfy everybody else. But there comes a time when you look into yourself to be able to then know, what am I supposed to be doing? I'd also say, answer the following questions. Like I said earlier, what makes you tick? What are you passionate about? What brings you joy? What makes you sad? What do you know for sure? I read Oprah's book, What I Know For Sure. There's certain things you know for sure, and it's personal to you. And once you discover that, you can move. What do you know for sure? What are your experiences? What have they been? Good, bad, negative, lovely? What have they been? All of these are wrapped up in your purpose, And then when you found it, be tenacious, bodacious to follow it.
Bodacious, audacious, tenacious. I mean, those are very strong words that she's used that we must have to use to follow our dreams. There's something you said that I really like. You said, women, know yourselves. Because sometimes we're very superfluous. We just just go on top of things without drilling down. I remember asking a woman recently. I said, "How are you doing? How about your dreams? Are you following them? Are you chasing through?" And she said, "I would love to, but I don't know what they are." For me, that was like, whoa and whoa again. I do not think it's right or proper for anyone to go through life without really knowing what their dream is.
That would be a shame.
What it is they're supposed to be doing here on planet Earth. So thank you for the practical steps that you shared with us, and I hope that people will begin to ask themselves, because the truth is, if you know yourself, then you will understand that this is what you're supposed to be doing. So even when you do meet some dream killers or some obstacles, you will not buckle, because you say to yourself, this is why I'm here, as opposed to I'm doing this to make ends meet. Okay, Ajobi, moving on. You talked about something that you run. I saw it in your profile as I was reading it. Something about Come Chop. Tell me about it.
Come Chop Chat.
Chop Chat. I wanted you to complete that. You're going to invite me to the next one. I like the chop angle, so I'm going to go there, chop. Okay. But it's okay. So throw more light on it. I like that program.
Okay. A few years, I think 13 years ago, I just thought to myself, women don't talk. We have issues, and we don't talk about it. We don't. A lot of us internalize stuff. Not me personally. I'm not someone to internalize. If I'm not happy about a thing, you would know. But a lot of us internalize things. We go through stuff, we don't talk about it. And so one day it just occurred to me, like I said, things drop in my spirit. And I'm thinking, having been through emotional trauma myself, and so one day I just thought, what, I'm going to form a small group. I'm going to invite people to my house. I'm going to make food. I'll have a variety of food, get us to come. I only really wanted people who were true. People who would open up, because you can't blame us for not talking, really, because of course you don't want to be judged, you don't want to be misunderstood. So a lot of us don't talk, but you'd find that in talking sometimes it's amazingly therapeutic. It's been amazing. Come Chop Chat. So the first one, I just thought, okay, I invited about 30 women. One or two invited their friends.
Oh,
I'm telling you, yep. I like it to be a small, intimate group. But sometimes it's, it goes beyond that. So I come up with topics. We introduce ourselves. We talk about our strengths and weaknesses. We're allowed to punch holes in your weaknesses and encourage you to change, develop. I'm big on personal development and growth. So that's what it is. We eat. It's very informal too.
That must be very healing.
Absolutely.
I'm inviting myself to the next one. Please just put me on your calendar. Yeah, because you see, this is part of the reason why people don't step up for their dreams. Unresolved traumas, and then there's a close frustration thingy, a close second, which is imposter syndrome. You know, because no matter how well we're doing, we're still thinking that we shouldn't be doing this, you know. And these are some of the things that make women not to chase their dreams, because they're like, am I good enough? I'm not good enough, and all of that. So you find that it's not even our light that makes us afraid. It is the darkness, you know. And all of these things are actually dream killers.
Yes.
Please, can you tell us very quickly 5 common dream killers that every woman should be aware of and be prepared to deal with in their journey chasing their dreams?
Okay. I think one of the first ones you touched on is fear. Sometimes lack of confidence as well. You know, a lot of us have fear to just take the plunge. I mean, I spoke to someone recently. She said, I know I'm able to do all these things. I'm good with computers and whatever. She said, but I need motivation. I just need to be able to, just deal with the fear, get up and do it. It's really that simple. And this is the truth. You know, lack of confidence, which can also be related to fear. I always say that confidence can be taught. I believe you can teach a child to be confident. I honestly believe that. But really, get out of your own head. You know, this is what I say. Get out of your own way.
Get out of your own head. Yes, because of those internal conversations you're having that you think that we're not hearing.
Absolutely.
But your mind is taking it in.
Your mind is taking it in. It's keeping you down.
Crippling you.
It's keeping you down. It's crippling you, actually, is a better word. So get out of your own way. You know, don't overthink it. You know, you have an idea. Just don't even... I always say to myself, once something drops in my spirit, of course, the Bible says, who is it that will build a house without first of all counting the cost? You need to be sure that you can do it, isn't it? But generally, don't overthink it. Just do it. You know, get on it and do it. I would also say, I heard someone say, don't be the weapon fashioned against your own self.
That's it.
And the truth is, sometimes we are.
That's it.
So, you are the weapon. You are praying.
Woman, stop stopping yourself.
Exactly.
Sometimes there are no village people running after you.
Exactly.
There is nobody after you. You're the one stopping yourself. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
And then the fear of rejection. You know, sometimes we're afraid, what if they say no?
So they say no. So you ask the next person and they say no. You keep asking until you get a yes.
Say yes. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes there'd be delays. You're thinking, I've been doing this thing. I've been trying to do it. But every time there are knockbacks, there are delays. It's just not happening. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You know, and then for the fear of failure. That's another thing. A lot of people are afraid that what if I start and I don't finish? Or what if I start and then I find I can't continue?
Just even start.
Just start. And keep at it.
At least have your name in one register.
Exactly.
The register of those who started.
Exactly.
And somehow you might catch the bug. Exactly. It might just infect you and affect you in such a way that you can't even stop again.
Absolutely. You know. And then I'll say talk to people. Talk about it. You can't have a vision and not talk about it. I know a lot of people say, you're not supposed to hide it for a certain period. No. Sometimes in speaking to people, they of course know who to speak to. That's important. I have a vision. I'm thinking I want to do it. Speak to people who would encourage you, for example, or people who don't speak to the wrong people, because there are people that will say, don't do it. Nobody's ever done it. You know, so talk to people and don't listen to people. You know, that's another thing.
You see that's the front and the back of the coin. You must speak to people, but at the same time, don't take everything they say because I mean, some people are perpetual naysayers. They never see anything good in what another person wants to do. So you need to know who you're speaking to, and you need to know when they're just saying no, because that's what they also tell themselves in their lives that have kept them where they are. It's amazing. I was just telling someone just this morning that I'm done with small minds.
Exactly.
I don't care how big you are in size. I don't care what you're up to. So long as your mind is not expanding and your mind is not bringing out something productive, I'm done with you. 2023, I'm done with you. Amazing stuff. Thank you for sharing. There's something I wanted you to talk about, because you see, sometimes we women, or generally humans, we plan our lives, plan to chase our dreams, not making plans for setbacks. I haven't seen a life that runs so smoothly that there is no setback, no hardship, no difficulties, no mountain to climb. You know, so how can we, in chasing or following our dreams, prepare ourselves for the setbacks so that when they come, we don't totally drop off?
I think the first thing is to be prepared for setbacks.
To know that they will come.
Know that they will come.
So they're natural.
Be expectant. Exactly.
So it's not from your village.
It's not from your village.
It's not that your neighbor doing better than you.
No.
In the same line of dream.
No.
Okay.
Be prepared for setbacks. Be prepared for obstacles, stumbling blocks. Because they definitely will come. Sometimes emotional. They're emotional. They're not even physical. So be prepared for them. Know that they will come. But then when they come, because you're prepared, this is another setback. So I'm not stopping my dream because of this setback. It's something I'm prepared for. So I think that's a very, very important one, to expect that there will be setbacks and to be prepared for them.
The truth is, everyone who is succeeding today at their dream must have jumped a lot of hurdles.
Absolutely.
You jump a lot of hurdles and then you get it when you get into the flow. Okay, so as we wrap up this conversation today, Ajobi, can I ask you to charge the women? Also, as we go to the polls, this month, can you please charge the women to step up? Okay. So we can use our PVCs and vote in someone that will create an enabling environment for us to now dream those dreams and follow those dreams to the fullest, like you said, and then encourage us to all keep stepping up and following our dreams.
Yeah, I think we all have a role to play. We all see the states at which the country is at the moment. I don't want to be negative, but it looks like we're in trouble. But we have a role to play. The right to vote we've already fought for and we got it. So let's use it. It's time to use it. And it doesn't have, thank God, voting doesn't have anything to do with how educated you are, or not. Just get your PVC and go out to vote. Let's make a difference. We can. And there are lots of us women. So let's just do it.
We have the numbers.
Exactly.
And so I hope as we have the numbers, we have the PVCs. So go vote the way you want to vote. We're all adults. Nobody should tell you what to do. The Nigeria you want. The dream you carry. So follow your mind. Go out and vote. Step up and vote. Dear woman, my take today is that life can be small and short as well. Dream big. Please dream big. It's all in your imagination. Honestly, nobody can dream for you. Sit down and dream really big. And then step up and follow the dream. You're not serving any purpose by dreaming small, and you're not serving any purpose by hiding away from the world. Like Ajobi said, confidence is something you can learn. Courage is something you get by doing something. Take small steps in the beginning, and then before you know it, they become what? Giant steps. Dream big, woman. I'm begging you, please dream big. Find a way to use your dream to help other people. If the dream is only for you, it will be easy for you to lose motivation and give up. One of my mentors normally would say, if the sum total of your life and the sum total of your dream is all about you, then you're indeed very small. But if you realize that a lot of destinies and a lot of lives are dependent on what it is you're doing, then you have a reason, a really fuller reason to wake up every morning and run. If you can catch this vision of how you'll be able to help and encourage other people, you find it easier to stay on track wherever you are and whatever you get up to dream. So please dream big, really big, and then step up this month and follow your dreams. Thank you, Ajobi, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
1 hour is really never enough. We'll find other ways of making sure we continue this conversation. It's a great job you're doing, creating that safe haven for us to come and talk. For a people that enjoy talking, we really do not talk the real thing.
The real things.
So what you're doing is amazing. I want to come there as well and be able to express.
There's one coming up on the 18th of this month, so I'll let you know.
Okay, great, fantastic. Really. So, and this is where we wrap up today's edition of Up You with Ezinne. It's been another amazing one. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook at Up You with Ezinne. Get copies of our books, and don't forget to look out for Ajobi's book, The Loin Connection. You will enjoy this book, I promise you. So get copies of these books, and please read. Drop everything and read. Big up to everyone that is involved in creating this magic every week, starting with you, our dear listener, our guest, our advertiser, the callers, the engineers on duty, my producer, the amazing Up You team, 98.3 Mainland FM, the sound of Lagos. You all stay strong, stay blessed, and stay lifted. My name is Ezinne Kufrekanem. Until I come your way next time, it's Up You.